Here we go, Captain, oh Captain. The crew can be one of the most aggravating bosses if I'm prepared. Heave 2 is nightmare fuel if you cannot kill the drowned anchorman quickly enough. We're going to talk about the main gimmick of the crew and the anchorman before we get into the other abilities and how to defeat them. The crew's strongest ability is all hands on deck. This will pull an individual to the front row and summon the anchorman. At max level, the pull is a 140% chance. To counter this, bring along holy water and possibly a move trinket on your healer. The anchorman himself will cast Heave 2. There are a few theories on how to handle the anchorman, and we will explore them after the other abilities. The ability Mutiny sounds so strong since its damage reduction is 33% and also has a critical chance debuff. However, it's only a 100% chance, and so most heroes have a 90% chance of debuff resistance, which means we actually only have a 10% chance of debuffing, and if it does happen, just use a medicinal herb and get it over with. Drink with the Dead is just a small damage and small stress damage dealer, but this can be in the add up if this is the only ability the crew is going to use. Boarding Clutch is the actual damage ability and also has some bleed associated with it. A couple of crits from Boarding Clutch can actually really hurt, and that's why we keep some bandages around. The easiest strategy for the crew that I discovered was letting a Jester tank/dodge the anchorman. That's right, I used the solo ability of the Jester to increase his dodge by 35. His base armor is 35, and I put on a trinket that gives me 15 more dodge if the torch stays above 75. This means I am going to already have a dodge of 85. But we're not going to stop there. We're going to use the ability of the Man-at-Arms to give another 10 during the battle, and we're also going to use the Man-at-Arms Campfire ability to give another 10. With 105 dodge, we are looking at only about a 15% chance for the crew to hit. The crew itself is honestly an easy boss and should be able to destroy in about 4 rounds with any decent luck. 15% chance means a 1 in 7 of that Jester getting hit by Heave 2. If it happens, you have to kill the Anchorman, but I feel fairly confident with a 15% chance, you should be able to burst through the boss before one ever lands. I also paired this with a Vestal Stun, so I could try to stun the Anchorman before he even cast Heave 2, reducing that chance even further. However, you're not going to be able to chronically stun lock the Anchorman, which means you're going to have to dodge it eventually. Another strategy that worked up to the 3rd level was an armor piercing build. This relies heavily on the Grave Robber doing decent damage. This paired with a reliable front stun can make level 1 to level 2 fairly easy. The stun resistance of the Anchorman is not too high and should be about a 50-50% chance of it whether it stuns or not. If you have a trinket to increase stun, it should be higher. The reason why I caution this against the 3rd level is because the HP of the Anchorman goes up to 29 and the dodge chance gets higher itself. With those increases, it may take 2 to 3 hits to kill the front row Anchorman if you're unlucky. The other way, and I do not like it, is accepting that Heave 2 will hit. A buffed up Leper, Crusader, or even Highwayman may be able to one-shot the anchor once Heave 2 lands. My issue with this is, Lepers and Crusaders especially have very slow speed, which means they're going to go last, and this allows the Anchorman to heal and do stress damage to the person they Heave 2'd. This is why I don't think this strategy is good, but it is a way to get out of a notch if you can't find a Jester able to get to a dodge above 100, or if you have any significant armor piercing ability people. The ideal party is a Vestal, Jester, Man-at-Arms, and Crusader. Also, equipping any trinkets to reduce stress damage and do more damage to Unholy is recommended. Try to have the Crusader use Holy Lance since it does the same damage as Smite but has a higher critical chance. This can be paired nicely with the Shield Bash/Ram part of the Man-at-Arms since it moves him forward 1 and is still a stun chance against the Anchorman if the Vestal stun does not work. The Jester can keep doing Dirk Stab until he builds up enough damage to finish off the crew. Thank you, like and subscribe below.